Hey, it's Big Game James McCarty, Sports Director at Flag Family Media, here with Dragon senior linebacker Mitch Jezierski. Career-high 18 tackles last weekend in a hostile environment in that dome at Northern Michigan. What were just all the emotions of being the guy out there and going through and setting that career high in tackles?
I mean, it was kind of difficult with the long travels that we had to go. Playing in a dome, never played in a dome other than in high school, but it was long travels, kind of an adjustment being a first game too. So playing the triple option, that also was an adjustment. But getting that all done, we did a great job all week just preparing for it, and didn't really notice the crowd too much. We had a lot of people travel, so thankful to the parents and fans that traveled.
Yeah, that was a pretty darn good turnout for the Dragon fan base. I was really impressed with that. Overall, what do you think was what would you give the grade of the defense? Just the way that you guys kept fighting, because you had that 3-and-out early, gave up a couple drives, but in the end you forced 4 turnovers. You guys find a way to get the stop when you need to, and you get that big victory. Where in your eyes was the defense on last Thursday?
You know, obviously to start the game was not pretty necessarily, but we kind of knew that. We knew with the triple option they're going to have a wrinkle. It's the first game of the season, so we don't know what they're going to bring into it. So we prepare as much as we can, but we weren't sure exactly what they were going to bring. First couple drives, we could tell we were getting used to ourselves, kind of used to playing again. It's also first game in the season, and playing against triple option, you got to fit fast, you got to have discipline. So it was definitely a tough test right away, but I would just say that overall perseverance, fighting through it, and just knowing that we're going to figure out the schemes, we're going to make adjustments when we can, and it's overall trust and faith in the guys next to us.
Yeah, I thought it was tremendous. I mean, everybody from the defensive lineman eating up blocks to you guys at linebacker doing that. You and Tate, the secondary coming up huge with some big plays as well. What would you say you've learned most from the last couple of years worth of senior linebackers, whether it's Jack Bungarden or Josiah Boehm, or even maybe somebody older than that you've been able to take and now be a leader on the field for the Dragons?
Yeah, I would say just preparing like you're going to be a starter, whether you're going to see 2 plays, you're going to play on special teams, or you're going to play the entire game. Prepare it the same way. I learned a lot from Josiah with film. Josiah probably watched sometimes too much film. He had so many questions, but that's a good problem to have. So just being prepared. There's no such thing as being too prepared, so just taking the time to make that preparation, and then once you're out there to kind of just let loose. You know, we're out there for a reason, and if you're playing timid, you're going to get caught. So it's just playing with confidence and going out there and playing.
Week 1 was going to be the toughest road trip for you guys all year. That long bus ride, the overnight, just the way everything kind of shakes out, an unfamiliar opponent. Now you're going to Marshall this weekend, taking on Southwest Minnesota State, a team you've gotten the better hand of the last handful of seasons. How do you, as one of the leaders in this team, approach that matchup to make sure that you guys continue success and also and start conference play successful?
Yeah, I mean, right away after the win, obviously we try and celebrate for a little bit so we get that night to celebrate. Obviously we spent that night on the bus, but it was nice enjoying that win. But right away when we came back, all of the captains and all leaders, we were just saying 1-0. So we won last week, but that doesn't change anything this week. That doesn't make SMSU scared of us by any means. They're going to be coming to this game, first game of their year, so they're going to have a lot of energy. So it's just every single week is different, and being excited to play that game. And as soon as we hit Monday and this past week Saturday, we get after it.
Every time you do something this year, it's going to be the last time you do it as a senior now. How are you approaching that, and what type of thankfulness do you have being a Dragon for another season and being able to be one of those guys out there leading with the C on your jersey?
Yeah, approaching it just knowing that it is my last and that I'm excited to have this opportunity. I'm very thankful for where I am and just being grateful, you know, in those times where it's kind of high stress and stuff like that. Just, Coach Currier tells us to think of the things that you're grateful for, and so I'm just grateful to have this opportunity to play.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Mitch, for coming to your time. Good luck this weekend. We're looking forward to watching you guys at Southwest.
Thank you.
Big Game James McCarty alongside Mitch Jezierski of the Dragon football team. Have a great rest of your day.